Okay, let's see. English adjectives. Adjectives are words that describe nouns or pronouns. Example, they live in the big house. Big is an adjective that describes the nouns houses. And the pretty girls watch here just now. Pretty is an adjective that describes the nouns girl. Comparison of adjective or syllable adjective and at, than, or the is. EST. Adjective is fat or comparative is better than, older than, or superlative. The five, the fattest, the oldest, and it is comparisons to the one service adjective ending with E, X, R than, the EST, or adjective nice, large. Comparative is nicer than, larger than, superlative is the nicest, the largest. And comparison of adjectives ending in Y leaves out the Y, then HIR, then the its is adjective dirty, happy is comparative dirtier than, happier than, superlative the dirtiest, the happiest. Comparison of adjective with two or more syllables, and more or than the most. Adjective is careful, beautiful, comparative, more careful than, more beautiful than, superlative, the most careful and most beautiful. Adjective is good, bad, far, comparative, better than, worse than, farther than, superlative, the best, the worst, the farthest. So it is the adjective. And second, we can look at work. At work, a word that describe or give more information about the words and adjectives. Adverb of manner definition and adverb of manner tells us how an action occurs. Example, she danced gracefully and the students listened carefully. Adverb of degree is definitions. Adverb of degree tells is in the intensity or degree of an action. Example, is very rich, or Bill Gates is very rich, is extremely dangerous to speak. And analysis adverb of time, definition adverb of time tells us when an action occurs. Example is I will come tomorrow. Have you been here before? Adverb of frequency definition adverb of frequency tells us how often an action occurs. Example, he plays football often. She has never been here before. Or adverbs of place definitions at adverb of place tells where an action occur. Examples that is when downstairs someone was standing nearby. Okay, these adverbs. Next we can look the some articles. Okay, indefinite article and refer to general things. Is used when the word starts with a consonant, and is used when the word starts with a vowels or sound. As example, pen and apples define articles. Their use is used to refer a specific things. Example, I saw a black cat. The cat was scary. I passed the PG examination. Or uses of definite article with the names rivers, seas, oceans, mountain range, deserts, and the Pacific Ocean with titles. The Prime Minister with the name of cinemas, theaters, museums, ships, newspaper, magazines, and the Golden Screen Cinemas. This group of years is the 20th century, with reference to organizations and institutions, examples, the United Nations, UN for nationalities. Example is the Japanese. And In the SPM, we call it a formal letter. Formal letter. This is a formal letter. Formal letter, you must, before you start writing, make sure that understand why you want to writing, asking, giving information, complaining about something, or making suggestion. Okay, applying something. Opening use the request is Dear Mr. Jones or Dear Mr. Helton. Is there a reason about writing? Clearly say that an articles and advertisement or at TV programmers and give details or opinion relevant. Okay, I just read about what I am just writing to apply for what. The reason I am writing is to reply for what, and the main body of the letter you want to write is used for informal language explain your ideas. Avoid using the phrasal expression constructions and etc. Supply ideas example reason and use the firstly, secondly, finally. Okay, join that email. I would like to. Paragraph 5 is end the letter summarizing your main point. Make reference as futures to facts that you want to reply if relevant. Okay, if my suggestions are put into action, I'm sure I agree that. I believe I will. Closing use of formal phrase and ending your sign off. You are sincerely, you are faithfully, like that. Okay. Okay, we can read some essay. Essay like this one. This you can stop lah. Do what? Essay, review, report. Okay. Sentences. Yes. How to write sentences with a good grammar you want to using. That will become to you occur to something. This is the useful expression giving the advice you want to write your essay you want to. I think you might do. You could always depth erase another which is this type of thing. Click on and you can get and you just put on your essay you want to write something that you like. Or do essay. English format. This is the SPM format. Let's watch the. This is the SPM regarded to the question. Yes. English format. English format paper. Okay, next. Okay, let's assume. My favorite feature is EL feature. The conclusions of Avada is recommended by scheme across the web. All my relatives will assemble at my grandparents' house for a reunion meal on the eve of their festival. My mother usually managed to put up a great supper feast. Rendang and bamboo rice are two of my favorite food. Fireworks light up and the night sky at the midnight. It's a time to have a lot of laugh and have a lot of fun. We go to see friends and family the next day. My sibling and I are always given green money packets. I enjoy it our Twitter because it is a season of joyful reunion and festival. A fruit essay you can write this is the fruit that hit Kampong Badawi was devastating in Norway. Either communities was devastated by tiny days of non-stop rain, and many villagers were displaced from their houses. I chose to aid the food victims as volunteers. What I realized astounded me is that suddenly flood was powerful enough to wash away houses. The house had collapsed and was lying on sides. The earth was literally touching. First story furniture, including electrical appliances, was wrecked by floodwaters. Furniture and things that were lighter drifted through the street and into the river. Rubbish was also strewn about. The stink was terrible. Many farm animals died as a result of the fire. Chicken died as a result of being trapped in the cups in the floodwaters. Cows swam, and villagers shout out perhaps as younger children screamed out from hunger and discomfort. Everything was terrible bad, although it was a dismal experience. It took me to be grateful for what I had. Okay, this all essay. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching my video, my lesson.